All right, guys, welcome back. Again, we are The Country Called Us. Any day now. I know we went live and then I had to restart it. It's the weather out here, nice and cold and about to be rainy, I guess.
No, it's supposed to rain. I think they said Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, I appreciate you making it. Well, yeah, you said last time prepared you weren't sure if you were going to be able to make it. We appreciate everybody being here. If everybody can give it a thumbs up, helps out immensely. Something went wrong. Okay, there we go. Something went wrong. Okay. There we go. Turn this down. Getting as bad as you, Trish.
Yeah, I know. Jackson's on.
Hey, Jackson. Well, give us a thumbs up, Jackson. So how is everybody doing today? Is it nice and cool where you're at? I know it's nice and cool here. And that's another reason why we wanted to do another pantry staple. Shelf-stable pantry staple. Trisha's getting good at this stuff now.
Oh my God, I sat here last night for almost, 3 hours? Well, the whole football game.
Let's not talk about that, all right?
Yeah,
Don't even bring that. That didn't ever happen.
The whole freaking Steelers game last night, I sat here and wrote. I actually finished this book with everything. I mean, it's all done. And I started this book. And I got, oh my goodness. I mean, it's...
Yeah. There's a ton. And there's still more to go.
And I'm not even... I was still writing right before, I got oh, my bad. Oh, my bad. All this...
About time, Jason, huh? For everybody that's in here, give a thumbs up and say hi in the chat so we know who's all here. So I'm not texting you and you get mad at me because you're already here. I'm already here.
Cheyenne.
Not
naming no names.
Ian, Brittany. I don't know. Shane made it yet. We're going to make it tonight. Go. Odie Bodie's here. Come on, Odie Bodie. You want to say hi? Come here. Say hi. Jackson's on there. Look. Say hi, Jackson. Say hi, Jackson. Hi, Jason. Hi, Prepared. Huh? Everybody's on there. Look, they want to see you. Damn, I want to see you. Get out.
Where'd they go?
But again, tonight we're going to talk about our third and final. What is it? Oh, third and final. I'll let you do that. Third and final installment. Well, I won't say final, but it'll be the third one for a while.
Yeah, because listen, I could do twice a week on shelf stable stuff that we find.
Right, and it's crazy. It's out of hand. It gets out of hand.
It does.
And we don't want to keep running the same content. Again, we are talking about having what the hell over there? It went away, but didn't go away. But either way, we are talking about over there burping, and there's a cat outside. He's going crazy over.
Odin, come here. Come here. Sit. Look.
I'm just trying to set the brightness here.
Stop.
There we go. I'm on my YouTube.
Look. You see him, Jackson? All right, get down. Lay down. He's gone. Go.
He's worried about that cat that's out there.
This cat's huge.
Look how my words are coming up. I don't understand it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I don't have mine on mine.
Move. Well, yeah, it's weird. My words. Oh, there it goes.
I would say my internet kicked off and then kicked back on.
Yeah, I was having troubles before we first set up. But again, tonight we're going to talk about some more jar meals, shelf-stable meals. Not a lot of them. All of them are meals. Some of them are I don't know what you want to say, snacks or just different things. And not all of them are all family oriented. Some of them you can make for one person or two people, and some of them you can make for a family. Some are snack oriented. Some are there's a good variation of them.
I'm gonna start with the ones that I found that these ones here are not shelf stable, but they are kid friendly,
and that's a big deal.
And yeah, they're called kid friendly smoothies. They're not, like I said, they're not shelf stable. A lot of it is frozen and milk. I mean, I'm sure you could probably add water, put ice in it, stuff like that.
Right.
But a lot of them, they call for like frozen berries, milk. I mean, whatever type of milk you drink, whether it be regular 2%, 1%, fat-free, lactose-free, oat milk, almond milk, any of those would work in these. I can't really put them, I mean, I have them. I mean, there's only, right now, all I found is like 2. And it's berry banana and tropical sunshine. The berry banana is a cup of frozen berries, 1 banana, a cup of milk or plant-based milk, and a tablespoon of honey. If you want, that's optional. You put it in a blender, you blend it for 45 to 60 seconds, then you pour it in a glass and you serve it immediately. The tropical sunshine smoothie is a cup of frozen pineapple, a cup of frozen mango, 1 banana, 1 cup of orange juice. Again, any orange juice will work. Pulp free, the acid free, any of that. You combine it in a blender for 45 to 60 seconds and you drink it. I mean, those are right now the only 2 kid friendly ones that I found, but I mean, there's a lot of, other smoothies that I have here, health focused smoothies, protein smoothies.
And again, while we're live, if there's anything you want to she brings up that you guys want to talk about or want more information on, you can drop it in the chat here, or you can drop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Prepared, ask for
the chili mac.
The chili mac recipe. Got that to her or him. I'm not sure. I don't mean to genderize anybody. I apologize. I'm getting in trouble here.
Yeah.
You need to shut up, I guess, some guys. Let Tristan do talking. All
right. So what I finished in this book last night, did we talk about? No, we didn't. So I'll start here with my shelf-stable muffin mixes. I'll do those first. Because there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Muffins.
They're going to start calling you the Muffin Man.
It's a him.
Oh, sorry about that. I apologize. Like I said, I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to disrespect anybody. I apologize.
So my shelf-stable muffin mixes, it all has the same base.
I'm good for sticking my foot in my mouth, so that's why I said I wasn't sure.
He is. Believe me, he is.
Hey, Chris, thanks for stopping by.
What's up, Uncle Chris? The shelf-stable muffin mixes, flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, salt, all. You mix with a cup of water and a cup of oil. And then, like, the flavor combinations, I mean, oh, Lord, these are like my creamer mixes. So I've got these, this page here, this page here, this page here. These 2 pages, and I do believe I have one more. Yes, and then one more.
Let me see real quick.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna read them off. Slowly but surely. I don't know where they start at. What are you doing? I want to have something to say too.
So anyways.
She's abusing me, taking my job.
So anyways, I'm not gonna read them all off, but like I said, you know.
Yeah, what the hard doctor have to say, Chris?
Brown sugar spice, apple cinnamon, spiced carrot, strawberry shortcake, coffee cake. Coffee cake is one of my favorites. Cinnamon roll. I have also savory muffins, cheddar jalapeno, cheddar bacon.
Now we're talking. We're talking.
Herb and cheese, bacon herb and cheese.
Now we're talking again.
Parmesan cheese. And then, you know, apple pie, banana cinnamon, garlic parm, caramel apple, chocolate espresso, strawberry lemon, strawberry kiwi, s'mores.
Oh, now we're talking. Yeah, okay.
Banana split.
Okay, yeah. Mint mocha,
almond joy.
What about this one? Yeah, boy.
Pumpkin mocha.
Maple peanut butter. Now that sounds good.
Cheddar bacon ranch. I mean, there's so many, so many, that, you know, you can do. I have, you know, shelf-stable casserole jars. I have a chicken and stuffing skillet.
What does that involve?
So when I can read it again, dried stuffing mix, instant rice.
I'm gonna go make some right now.
Chicken bouillon, onion powder, thyme. You mix it with 6 cups of water, simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. You can add after or before, you know, chicken or beef, and it's shelf stable for up to 12 to 18 months. I'm not going to go through all of these because there's just so many.
Sounds good. I know there's a ton of them. She went crazy.
Instant oats. You know, those who like to eat breakfast. I don't have time to eat breakfast because, you know, breakfast time is my bedtime.
Working overnight, doesn't it?
Instant oats, you know, quick oats, powdered milk, brown sugar, cinnamon, dried fruit. You add 4 cups of boiling water, stir and simmer for 5 to 7 minutes. Shelf stable for 12 to 18 months. Savory egg and cheese mix. This is a breakfast mix.
Yes.
You know, powdered egg, powdered milk, powdered cheese, onion powder, garlic powder. Add 2 cups of water, cook until set. You can add dried veggies or meat. Shelf stable for 12 months. The new ones that I got are actually really, I don't want to say funny, but they kind of are, because they're mug mixes. These are the things, you know, I don't know if anybody's ever seen them, but you know, Christmas time, they have them a lot. Cakes in a mug. You throw.
Remember Tina's sister Michelle bought those for Dominic that 1 year.
The mixes, you mix it, you put it in the cup, you throw it in the microwave for a minute. I found a heck of a lot of those.
These are fun, guys. You know, to mix it up and you put it in a coffee cup, little mug, put it in the microwave. Like I said, it's a quick dessert. It's something that you can have, you know, in a pinch, take to work with you, throw it in the microwave. At home, you know, you get snack time at night and you don't feel like baking cookies or going to the store. You don't have nothing in your freezer or refrigerator you can, you know, snack on quick. This is something you can do quick and easy that is considered shelf stable until you decide to mix it and make it.
I've got a pancake in a mug.
Now that sounds interesting.
I
That
mean,
sounds
I've
interesting.
never, like I said, when I was writing these down last night, I've never in my life heard of a pancake in a mug. But it's flour, sugar, powdered milk, baking powder, a pinch of salt. Now you mix these in a coffee mug, 3 tablespoons of water, you stir it up, you throw it in the microwave for a minute. And with these, if you want to flavor it, you can add cinnamon, you could add pumpkin spice, you could apple pie spice, you could throw dried fruit in it.
Right. Pretty much.
You microwave it for a minute.
Put these in the small mason jars until you're ready to put it into the coffee cup and make it. And
they're shelf stable for 12 months.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
I have a coffee cake mug. Same thing, flour.
Oh, coffee cake, man. I could go with some coffee cake.
Flour, brown sugar, powdered milk, baking powder, cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of water, and you microwave it for a minute. I have a breakfast scramble.
Now, okay, this sounds interesting.
Powdered egg, powdered milk, onion powder, salt, pepper, 3 tablespoons of water, and you microwave it anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds.
Now, we like anybody else out there is like me. Another thing we learned is about dehydrating. We're working on that. I don't like powdered eggs. I'm not a powdered egg fan. I was in the military long enough to get my fill of powdered eggs, because they mix, they make it into a liquid and it's all, scrambled eggs every day. But what you can do is if you have a dehydrator or know how to dehydrate, you can make your own powdered eggs out of dehydrating eggs. Go down, Odin. Make your own powdered eggs out of dehydrated eggs, and then you ground them up, and there's a shelf. We talked about this before. There's a shelf stable, and you can add it to this recipe, and it tastes like normal eggs. It doesn't taste like the generic powdered eggs that we all know and love.
I got apple cinnamon oats.
Oh, no, I love oatmeal. Jackson, you like oatmeal too, buddy.
A half a cup of oats, powdered apple, which is, you can add apple pie spice. You can get dehydrated apples and throw in it.
Right.
Sugar, cinnamon. You add a cup of boiling water and you let it stand for 3 minutes.
How about applesauce fruit roll-ups?
Oh.
You know who that was. You know who that was. Tell us the story.
Roll-ups.
Tell us the story about applesauce fruit roll-ups. That sounds interesting. I've never heard of anything like that.
Listen, my grandpa, he used to dehydrate a lot. Fruit roll-ups. Okay, I would have to say beef jerky was his number one thing. Uncle Chris can agree with me on that. Beef jerky was his number one thing. My grandfather loved his beef jerky. But he would make fruit roll-ups of all sorts. Dude, my favorite though was the strawberry. Oh, let me tell you.
Strawberry fruit roll-ups.
Yes. My grandfather, he knew how to bake. He knew how to cook. Oh, I miss that, man.
And you got to remember, this is at a time where, a lot of men didn't know how to cook because, they didn't have to.
My grandfather knew how to bake. That's where I learned it. I watched.
I've met a lot of.
I watched. My grandpa do a lot. I've helped.
Uh-oh, look out.
What's up, buddy? What did he say?
Deer jerky.
He has what?
Deer jerky. Yep, and deer jerky.
I have arrived.
Yeah, he has arrived.
Shane, say hi to Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris is in here. I have maple brown sugar oats, breakfast rice,
stewed deer brain. Oh, Jesus. Shane is.
Leave it to my kid. Leave it to my kid.
What about stewed deer brain with eyeballs?
Oh, Lord.
Listen,
don't get him started.
Listen, when you go over in the Asian area, over in Asia, and those countries over there, Taiwan and all over, fish eyeballs is a very big fish eye soup is a very big. It's a delicacy. Well, that's kind of like Rocky Mountain oysters up in Midwest.
Never had them. Don't want to have them.
I didn't know what it was. So we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time.
Rocky Mountain oyster.
I have country cornbread.
Have a staring competition with your food.
That would be funny.
Shane, you're too much.
That would be funny.
You're too much.
I have a shelf-stable country cornbread.
Oh, now see, I grew up, and my family, cornbread was a staple with a lot of meals. Let's leave it at that. Just a lot of meals. That was, listen.
Now, a lot of these recipes that I have, I do have to reiterate some things.
Oh, okay.
On the last video and the video before, a lot of the things that are made
right, Chris,
with flour.
I'll be right back, guys. She's got this.
You can substitute. Okay, if you have a gluten allergy, if you just don't like using regular flour, you can substitute a lot of the flour in these recipes for your gluten-free flour, your keto-friendly flour, and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be all-purpose flour. The cornbread mix
or sugar.
Or sugar?
Sugar content. The sugar content you can use.
Oh, well, yeah, your sugar. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Yeah, your sugar, you can, if you're diabetic and you need to use a sugar substitute, you can do that as well. Stevia. You can use stevia, you can use sweet and low, anything like that. You don't have to use regular flour and regular sugar. With this cornbread, it's cornmeal, flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, and powdered milk. And then you would, add 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of oil, bake it at 400 for 25 minutes. It's shelf stable for 18 months. I have buttermilk biscuits. I have flatbread.
What's a buttermilk biscuit?
It's a biscuit made with buttermilk.
Is that it?
He's not even in here and he's being. I mean, with the buttermilk biscuits, it's flour, baking powder, salt, shortening powder, and buttermilk powder. You can get powdered milk. Well, you can get powdered buttermilk, and it just makes things a lot fluffier. I have flatbread. I have garlic cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar bay?
And
like Red Lobster?
Honey wheat bread. Cinnamon roll. Banana bread. Pumpkin bread. I also have a recipe for instant mac and cheese. Jackson likes the mac and cheese bowls to where you put water in it, you throw it in the microwave for 2 or 3 minutes, and boom, you've got mac and cheese. Well, guess what? I have a recipe to make instant mac and cheese. It's elbow noodles, cheese powder, powdered milk. You add 2 cups of boiling water and you stir it until it's soft and you eat it. I mean, and then next I have banana. I have smoothies. I've got one for strawberry banana, pumpkin pie, chocolate peanut butter, caramel apple. I mean, I've got tons. Strawberry cheesecake, mocha banana.
Ooh.
Caramel banana, orange creamsicle, candy cane. I mean, they're basically, I mean, they're all shelf stable for up to 12 months. You can make an abundance of it, put it in a jar, and make it whenever. You literally put it in a blender. You don't even have to put it in a blender. You put the mix in a cup, use a cup of cold water, you shake it until it's mixed. You can add ice and throw it in a blender and make, a frozen smoothie. I mean, all of it's shelf stable for up to a year. I've got instant pudding mixes. That's what I was working on today, was the instant pudding mixes. I was writing them down and what have you. With your instant pudding mixes, you have to use something called instant clear gel. If not, then you have to cook it. And if you cook it, you can use cornstarch, because what I found out today, I did some research on if I could use cornstarch with the instant pudding mixes, and cornstarch has to be heated. It has to be hot water so that you don't have the lumps and clumps from the cornstarch. That's how you get rid of the clumps from cornstarch, is you heat it up and you mix it and you turn it into what they call a slurry. And then, you dump it into whatever you're making. Cornstarch is used in a lot of mixes for dressings and gravies if you want to thicken it up. With the instant pudding,
I'm back.
You have to use what's called instant clear gel. This way, when you make it, you mix all your dry mix, and then you add, because with a lot of these, you already have your milk in it, because it's a shelf stable, so you add powdered milk to the mix. And then to make them, you add 2 cups of cold water for every half cup of powder. A lot of these, you would have to probably double and triple the recipe to get an overabundance of them. Because what I see, you would probably literally only make like 2 cups of the mix, and you have to use a half a cup for every 2 cups of water. Some of these only make 1 to 2 servings if you make them like this. So that's why I said with these, you would have to double, triple the recipe if you're making it for like a party or, an abundance of people or whatever. I also have a recipe for rice pudding.
Yes.
Another thing that, my grandpa absolutely loved was rice pudding and bread pudding. I'm working on finding the recipe for bread pudding. I don't have my grandpaps, unfortunately. I mean, I know pretty much how to make it and what have you. Bread pudding, for those of you who don't know what bread pudding is, it's basically you take a loaf of bread and you break it up like you're going to make homemade stuffing. I don't know if a lot of you make homemade stuffing.
So it's not stuffing, no.
It's not stuffing.
Oh.
And you put it in a baking dish, and you would add, don't quote me on this, I do believe it's milk, and then cinnamon, raisins, butter. You mix it up until the bread absorbs the milk and what have you, and you put it in the oven and you bake it.
What about the microwave?
No, you can't do that in the microwave.
Air fryer?
You probably could do it in an air fryer. I don't know. It's something like that. Like I said, I don't have my grandpa's recipe, but if my memory serves me right, that's how you do it. But you put it in the oven and you bake it for like 20 to 25 minutes. and you pull it out and you eat. Oh, it is so good.
And another thing with
So
these
good.
shelf-stable, these shelf-stable recipes, yes, it says in there that they're shelf-stable for 12 months, 18 months. If you put them in a mason jar and you vacuum seal your mason jar, you
could get a longer shelf life off of them.
Probably double the shelf life out of it. You know what I mean?
Just as long as there's no air in it. You could also add
oxygen
absorbers that would make it last even a little.
You have to watch with the oxygen absorbers with the powder, because sometimes oxygen absorbers will make the powder
weird,
like almost like it's wet, but it's not. Yeah, they sell vacuum sealers. Just not everybody has to buy a $400 vacuum sealer. Because listen, I was pricing some of these vacuum sealers. We have one, but I was pricing some of them.
But we don't have one for the mason jars.
We don't have one that has the extension.
We have one for the bags, but we don't have one for the mason jars.
Yeah, the ones that have the port for the jars and things like that. You're looking at $250, $300 for a vacuum sealer, which I understand it helps. It helps and it saves. On fresh meats. That's easy. But you can do fresh meat. You can do these. But you can also, they have vacuum jar sealers that you can buy $20-$30. I mean, some of them range up to $60.
Uncle Chris, I'm sure Uncle Dave knows how to make Pabst bread pudding.
But you can get just one that fits on the jar itself and do the vacuum sealing with that. And it's easy. You know what I mean? It's like I said, at least doubles the shelf life of all of these recipes. Any one of these recipes the shelf life can be doubled. And that's where you'll make your money back in the long run, because the $20 or $30, I think it's like, I'll say it's $30, $40. You spend on this vacuum sealer. If you're only sealing jars, obviously, you'll make that back in the first 5 jars that you seal. You know what I mean? Because all these meals, all these snacks, all these little extras that you can have on hand, like I said, anytime, any place, anywhere, whether it be because you're a prepper, whether it be because you're homesteading.
Right, or you just want to do it so that, like I said on the last video, if you want to make up a couple different meals, you have, like, for like beef stew or, hold on a minute.
Hey, Cheyenne, thanks for stopping by.
I have ranch potato bake, loaded breakfast skillet.
We did the smoothies already, but you weren't here.
Chicken noodle, veggie, chicken noodle soup, veggie soup. If you just want to put these in jars and set them in your, in your cabinet and what have you, say you had a long day at work and you don't feel like making anything, pull out a jar. All you got to do is literally just add water.
Right. It's basically what they call it. A lot of them were dump and go recipes. Is what they.
She was yelling.
The dog. Don't you be yelling at my biscuit. That biscuit. My daughter's dog had puppies, and she kept one, and they named her Biscuit. And she's just a little puppy that's crazy and wild. We all know what puppies do. But like I said, that's one way that you can do that. Vacuum sealing, you can save a lot of things with vacuum sealing. Again, it's not as expensive.
I don't know if y'all can see that.
Turn it away.
What do you mean this way?
Yeah, it gets better.
That's Biscuit.
Trisha, you read the chat.
That's Biscuit.
Yeah, Biscuit's crazy.
Biscuit's cute.
For those of you that's coming in, you give us a thumbs up. It helps out a lot. I really appreciate it. Send her that picture she said.
Okay. I do read the chat sometimes, Uncle Chris. I don't know.
When she's talking, I do the chat whenever it's a topic that I know more about, and she does the chat more and, kind of jumps in time to time like I do. But there's a lot of things you can do with these things. I mean, like I said, you got kids, you come home, it's been a long day. Maybe you have football practice or some sort of sports practice, and you forgot to put something out for the day that you can, you want something quick and easy. There's something you can throw together, pretty quick and easy. And if you like, if you're prepping, you can also get the dried meats to put in it, freeze dried meats. You can buy right from Amazon. Again, Amazon is one of my biggest.
guys.
Amazon is one of my biggest places I like to shop at for a lot of the things that I get on here. Amazon, you can get the number 10 cans. If you don't know, those are the big cans of dried meat, dried chicken, the cheese powder, the milk, the buttermilk powder, like prepared, the tomato powder. There's just a lot of different things on there. I mean, you can get them at Walmart and stuff too.
They're probably more expensive.
And they are more expensive at Walmart. And tapioca. Oh, you like tapioca, Chris?
Oh! Yes, oh yeah, love tapioca. I don't like tapioca. I don't like fish eggs.
Chris said the fish eggs. They're not fish eggs.
They're fish eggs.
They're not fish eggs. Oh, but you'll drink that. What's that stuff called? The bubble tea.
It's boba tea.
Oh, boba tea. Sorry, I'm not up with the times. You know.
And they're bigger than the fish eggs and the tapioca.
I'm a man. I don't drink nothing. No coffee that's cold. I mean, other than the ones in my cup, but I'm not spending $8 on a cold coffee when I can just go home and let my coffee sit in cup for an hour and drink that.
Throw ice in it.
Don't even need ice.
Right? That's funny.
But yeah. So there's lots of things you can do. There's, like I said, there's drink mixes you can get. There's again with all the desserts and things you can do. It's just crazy.
I'm not even halfway through the recipes yet.
Right. She said she's not even halfway through the recipes yet. And it's crazy. You know, the things that you don't realize that you could do that's so easy, simple, quick, and, again, if you want to, have something just in case of emergency, bad day, long day, forgot to put, because there's times we forget to put food out. We're like, oh man, what are we going to do now?
Day.
What are we going to do now? We got to hurry and think about how we can thaw something out. But yeah, you could even, there's like I said, you can freeze dry, freeze drying, and then you can dehydrate. I was learning you can dehydrate coffee, which makes it like instant coffee. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you would have to literally put it in a coffee grinder again and grind it so that it looks like a powder.
Right, and then you just put it right in the dehydrator. That's another thing we're working on is dehydrating. Like I said, this pay where you can get a dehydrator, coffee grinder. We're going to start working on that.
I'm going to do some videos on how to prep, some of these, how to make some of these spices, how to make some of these jarred, shelf-stable.
Yes, we talked about that.
We were going to do a live, but we talked about that, and the way that our place is set up right now, it's not going to be.
It would be hard with the laptop because I stream with the laptop live.
My mom probably doesn't know it. It's bad enough I asked my mother for the Johnny Bull recipe, and it took her 20 minutes to figure out what all goes into it.
Who else in this chat knows what Johnny Bull is other than Chris and Shane? I sure didn't know what it was, and I won't eat it, but let's not talk about that.
Y'all want to know? Let me go get the recipe for that, and I'll tell you what Johnny Bull is.
No, I done did it now, guys. Johnny Bull is just something. It reminds me of back in the Depression age.
And that's exactly where it came from. It came from back in the Depression.
Oh, well, you wouldn't give Shane your Johnny Bull recipe when you're giving it to everybody else?
I gave it to Shane.
But yeah, after
I got it. No. No, you snuck in my pumpkin roll recipe.
I don't know. I never did that. No, don't put that on me.
Shane,
I never snuck you no pumpkin roll recipe, did I?
So Johnny Bull is. I'm not going to give you all the recipe. I'm just going to tell you what's in it. Okay.
Now listen closely.
You got to listen closely because a lot of you, I guarantee you have no idea what it is. But in the end, I'm going to tell you another name for it, and it's going to blow your mind.
But the way it's made and what it's meant.
Okay, so you need suet. And for those of you who don't know what suet is, it is...
What's it called?
It's called soot.
Well, you just said suet.
Suet, soot, whatever. Anyways, it is beef Is it beef fat?
No.
Pork fat.
Yes, it's pig fat.
No, I think it's beef fat.
No, it's pork. I'm pretty sure.
Well, anyways, it's the fat of some animal. You need to take that and you need to put it in a grinder and you grind it to make it look like hamburger. And then you need bread.
It is most commonly beef, but it can be pork.
That's what it, yeah. You can also get soot.
Or mutton.
When you buy, y'all are going to think I'm crazy. I don't know if you guys buy the bird feed, the blocks of bird feed that has that white stuff in it, and the bird feed is...
Oh, no, Shine said.
No, wait, I'm not done yet, sorry. That has the bird feed stuck to it. It is stuck to what's called soot, which is animal fat. Okay, now your next is bread. You need bread, like a loaf of bread. You need coffee. You need to make coffee. And, you use coffee in this.
Brew coffee.
Brew coffee. Raisins, flour.
I like raisins.
Sugar, and allspice.
Flour, sugar, and allspice. I'm cool with the rest
of
it.
Now, you take all this and you mix it together. You make it into a very sticky ball. Then, you take a white cotton sheet. A brand new white cotton sheet. You put it in the...
Or cheesecloth.
You can use... Cheesecloth burns, though. You got to watch. You put it in this and you tie it up and make it look like a big old ball. Then...
Yeah, this is the fun part.
This is the part that's going to make everybody go, ew. Then you stick it in a huge pot of boiling water.
Now, who ever heard of a damn cake? It turns out to be like a cake, a boiled cake, other than Shane, because Shane had made a boiled cake before.
Yeah. But anyways.
By accident.
So.
Hey, Lisa, thanks for stopping by.
You boil it in the water for 4 hours. Now, you have to keep an eye on the water and you make sure the water level is still good.
Because it'll keep
evaporating down. But you boil it for 4 hours. And then you take it out of the water and you let it sit to let it cool down a little bit. Then you cut the sheet apart and it looks like a big old cake. Now, it's to us, our recipe it's called Johnny Bowl. But to the rest of the world...
Johnny Bowl, like is in a soup bowl, or Johnny Boil?
No, it's Johnny Bowl.
Okay, because sometimes you're have a different way of pronouncing things, like Keller.
Shut up. But to the rest of the world, you would consider this a what's it called?
Another name for Johnny Bowl
it'd be Christmas pudding. Hold on a minute.
Christmas pudding? What the hell is that?
I know what it is.
Johnny, what?
Hold on a minute. It's going to blow your mind, guys.
Yeah, this is...
Oops.
No, not Johnny Cakes. A punch bowl cake? No bake pudding cake? No, I don't know. Trifle? I don't know. It says another name is a punch bowl cake. I don't know. Listen, this isn't, I'm not, it sounds like English. He said it sounds like English Christmas pudding. Prepared said it sounds like English Christmas pudding. Oop. Chris said he knows the recipe. Mind blown, yes.
It's another name.
She does that, Shane.
Yeah, it's another name for plum pudding or fig pudding. Fig pudding.
Wouldn't fig pudding and plum pudding have pig?
It would. Instead of the raisins, you would put the figs or the plums. but it's another name for like figgy pudding. Figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding.
Figgy pudding. That's what it is.
She figured it out, guys.
I figured it out.
She figured it out.
Yeah. We call it
my dad jokes.
We call it Johnny Bull. Yes, it sounds yes, Christmas pudding. Figgy pudding is a name. Yeah, listen. Everybody who I tried to get to try this and they saw how I made it.
If you don't see how it's made.
If you don't see how it's made.
Or know what's in it, you might try.
You might. Listen, Jeff will go nowhere near this.
I
mean, I tried to get him to
I don't mind beef fat on my steak. I don't mind pork fat on my bacon.
You can't even taste it.
You know what I mean? But then you make it with fat and coffee, which I like both of them, but you mix it together and you boil it.
Yeah, you can't even taste it. But yeah, I mean, it's
what are you doing?
And then there's a like something you can put over top of it. It's made with cornstarch, butter, sugar, water, and vanilla, and you cook it to a gravy consistency and you put it over top of it. I mean, listen, it is. I'm sorry, but it is like one of the best.
Icing. It's
icing. Yeah, it's kind of like icing.
Like an icing.
But yeah, I mean,
I'm saying that on purpose. I make fun of words on purpose to make pick on her. That's all.
But yeah, I mean, it's
what are friends for, right?
I mean, that's something that I grew up on. I mean, my grandma every Christmas, my grandma would make Johnny Bull pudding.
It's not a pudding though; it's a cake.
And like I said, if as long as you don't see what's in it and how it's made, I can almost guarantee you'll eat it. But if you see how it's made, you are not going to eat it.
Someone back me up on this. It's not a pudding though.
It's not a pudding; it's a cake.
So why is it called pudding?
Because it's kind of like figgy pudding.
Is that a cake or a pudding?
And that's a cake too.
Then why is it called pudding? Someone I don't understand it. See, I'm a very literal person. I mean, I'm being funny now, but that would drive me nuts. If someone said, if I went to a restaurant and I ordered pudding and they came out with a cake, I would be very as Shane used the word, mind blown.
I mean, I've given that recipe to my son, and my son has made it for everybody, all his friends and stuff. Not sure if they ate it or not. I can't remember if he said if they ate it or not when they saw how it was made. But yeah, I gave him the recipe for him. That's one of the reasons why I have it and I wrote it down. I had to call my mom to get the recipe.
That's an old time recipe.
Because it's an old, it's my grandmother got it from my great grandmother, who got it from her great grandmother. Yeah, see, even my kid. Yeah, see, my kid said great food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
as crazy as you are.
So I mean, it was a recipe that was passed down literally generation to generation to generation.
I have a recipe that was passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. It's called pigs in the blanket.
Oh,
and not the ones, not the hot dogs wrapped in whatever. In England, the word pudding gets used for a range of different things, both savory and sweet. Look up black pudding and see. I know what that's made of. I know what black pudding. Blood pudding is. Well, yeah, blood pudding, black pudding. Pretty much, yeah, I know. I know. That's why I won't eat that either.
What is black pudding?
Blood pudding. Well,
blood pudding. Okay. Okay. Odin, buddy, you want some coffee? No. Okay.
He wanted to get on the camera for a little while.
Yeah, I could probably get a lot of old recipes. I mean, all I'd have to do is call Uncle Chris and get on the phone with him and Uncle Dave, call my mom. I mean, a lot of the generations who made a lot of those recipes, in my family, a lot of them are gone. So, it's hard to get the recipes unless, they were passed down. And I'm sure, Uncle Chris has them. I'm sure Uncle Dave has them. I'm sure I could probably call my Aunt Melissa, and get them. I mean, my mom has a lot of my grandma and my grandpa's old recipes and stuff. But the one that sticks out the most is the Johnny Bull, because like I said, every Christmas, my grandma would make that. And that's one thing that the family looked forward to was the Johnny Bull pudding.
We have a Christmas staple now too in our family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Don't you remember? The pumpkin pie.
Oh, the pumpkin pie fluff.
Yeah, fluff. Jackson loves his fluff. We go to a restaurant. The one restaurant we go to has a salad bar, and they have usually they have that fluff. It's either peach or they have peaches in there.
Pistachio, like the pistachio.
Yeah, we have
it's called pistachio fluff.
Yeah.
Things like that.
I know a lot of people make like strawberry fluff.
I make mine. It's pumpkin. It's made with Cool Whip and milk and
pumpkin pie mix.
Pumpkin. I have to use pumpkin spices, but I have to put I put a packet of vanilla pudding in it.
It's a no cook recipe.
It's a no cook recipe, and you mix it up, and I use canned pumpkin. I use the pumpkin puree. I don't use the pure pumpkin. I use the pumpkin puree. Most people use the pumpkin puree for pumpkin pies. When I make pumpkin pies, I use the 100% canned pumpkin. But for this, it's Cool Whip vanilla pudding. I'm not sure how much of all goes into it. My recipe's out in my recipe book. But it's Cool Whip, vanilla pudding, milk, pumpkin pie spice, and pumpkin puree. And then you mix it all together like fluff, and you put it in the fridge, and you let it
set up,
firm up.
Yeah.
And it's really
that's one thing that we made the last couple of years. The kids come out for Christmas or Thanksgiving, we have to have that.
I have a recipe in here it's called it's not fluff. They're called peanut butter oat bars. They're made with instant oats, powdered milk, sugar, peanut butter, salt. You add peanut butter powder. You add a half a cup of water. You press it into your pan. You can use a 9x13. It depends on how big of the recipe. You could use a cookie sheet.
Right.
You press it into your pan. You bake it at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. That is also a shelf-stable recipe. It's good for up to 12 months.
Right. And again, if you vacuum seal it, you can probably get 24 months out of that.
Yeah. I mean, I have another one. Where is it? Wait a minute.
There's a lot of them.
No, there's another. It's they're bars.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't write it in this one. I think it's.
Well, it's in the other books. You got 2 books now, guys. Look out. But yes, we're going to do instead of doing we're going to do a live with her cooking some of these recipes and showing how to make the seasonings and the meals and put them in the jars and all that.
Oh, hey, prepared. I have another chili mac recipe. It's called Cowboy Chili Mac. Shelf stable for 18 months. You simmer it on the stove. I mean, if you want that one, let me know.
But yeah, like I was saying, the way our trailer set up to use the laptop was what I streamed.
Oh, here it is. It's called Breakfast Bar Mix. It's this, basically the same thing, but it's instant oats, powdered milk, nuts. You can put nuts in it. Those are optional. Being that I don't have no teeth, I can't eat nuts. Dried fruit and honey powder. You mix it with a half a cup of water. You press it into a pan, and you bake it at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. They're good for you. Like they're good, a good source of protein and stuff like that. Yeah, I go to work. It might be a little bit later. I go to work. I have to be at work at 10. So what I'll do is when I get to work, I'll type it in the chat and I'll have Jeff pin it for you.
Yeah, we can do that.
But I have something called a pizza rice jar. It's rice, tomato powder, cheese powder, Italian seasoning, and garlic powder. You put the contents in a pot with 5 cups of water. You simmer for 20 minutes. You can add dried pepperoni or dried sausage to it after, when you put it in the pot. I just found that one the other day.
Listen, guys, you better get these recipes while they're hot, because you leave it up to me, I'm gonna make a recipe book out of it and sell it. I could do that, but I wouldn't do that to my viewers.
I have shepherd's pie. Listen,
God, I can't stop yawning.
I'm not a big fan of shepherd's pie. For those of you who know what a shepherd's pie is, it's where you take,
poor man's pie is what we call it.
Right.
Yeah.
You take hamburger and mix it with mixed vegetables and gravy, and you put it in a baking dish, and then you put mashed potatoes over it.
So we didn't put mashed potatoes. We just made it with the hamburger, mixed vegetables, and then put the biscuit over top.
Okay, you can do that too. I found a new way to do it. Instead of doing mashed potatoes, because don't get me wrong, I like mashed potatoes, but I'm not a big mashed potato person. I'm gonna have to call her back in a minute.
Who's that?
My mom. But I use hash browns, the shredded hash browns, the frozen ones, and I'll mix them with shredded cheddar and then throw them on the top and throw it in the oven like that. That turns out really good. Give me a minute, guys. My mom's calling.
But yeah, that's something. Like I said, we didn't ever put potatoes in ours, but that sounds like it would be pretty good actually. And prepared this week. Let you know that I seen you posted in the community there about doing a solar setup. So next, Thursday. I was going to say next week. I'm not used to this twice a week stuff yet. But before I get on that, 1 second, let me pause on that. Back to the lives. Her showing how to make these recipes, put them in a jar. With the laptop, the way my house is set up, it would be hard to see where she was working at. So we're going to make them into a video. We'll make some videos, and I'll post them, and I'll let you guys know whenever I post them. I should be here in the next 2 weeks or so, because she really wants to, start working on some of that for you guys and show you, how it's made and what it looks like and how easy it is and whatnot. And yeah, so, but we're going to do that. That would be in video style though. We were going to do live with it, but like I said, it's kind of hard the way the house is set up. But back to the solar setup, that was a good idea prepared. So I really appreciate that, because we covered generators, and that was a lot of our idea at first. At first, we were going to do a lot with solar generators, solar power banks, things like that, because it's going to get be easier at first. We thought we're not going to have the infrastructure to put up battery bank, solar chargers, inverters. But I think I found a way that we're going to be able to do that for the first couple of months. And I started investing in the things I need for that. So on Thursday, we will touch on, we won't touch on it. We'll do the live on it. We'll talk a lot about solar controllers, solar charge controllers, inverters, battery banks, how to go from 12 volt, 24 volt, 48 volt. Obviously, you can buy a 12 volt battery, 24 volt battery, 48 volt battery, but you can also wire them a certain way to get them to go to 12, from 12 to 24, 24 to 48. What it'll run, what it won't run, what it's used for, pricing. Obviously, everybody wants to know the pricing because, again, we are going to be a homestead on a budget. We are trying to do this on a budget, and so I found a lot of different ways to put it together in a nice, efficient way that it'll work, depending on how much power you need. And again, we'll get into that on Thursday. But I appreciate you commenting in there. Yeah, solar is tough. Solar seems tough until you learn a little bit about it, and it's scary. People, you talk about power, you talk about, it gets, gauges of wires, and it sounds scarier than what it is. And once you learn a little bit about it, I don't want to say everything, because it still takes time to learn. but it's not as scary as what people think off the bat. I know when I first started talking about solar, looking into solar, I was like, this is a lot of information, and I don't know if I can retain this all, you know, because there's different ways, wiring in series, wiring in parallel. How do you wiring batteries in series, wiring batteries in parallel, your solar panels in series, solar panels in parallel. Each one does a different thing, and so Thursday, excuse me on Thursday, because I may be reading from my iPad to make sure that I get the exact correct information to you guys, because solar is a big deal. If you're going off grid, or even if you want to supplement your electricity now, save on your power bill a little bit, you could set up a small power bank, a small battery bank, small solar array. Depending where you live, if you're allowed to do that. Some places you're not. But you got to know what you're doing, and there's a lot to it. That's what makes it so scary. Is there's a lot to it. There's just a lot to it. But once you learn it little by little by little, it starts adding up quicker than what you think it will. You think it would. Like we touched on generator plugs for a whole house, things like that. I'll touch on that again for the solar power bank. You can run it into your fuse box. That would be, the same way you would do with the generator plug. You'd have to do the switches, and again, we'll talk about all that. Or you can just run it directly from the power bank, from the battery bank into whatever you're running. You know what I mean? Or you can, like I said, you can run a whole house on it, run it into your, circuit breaker box, and then you would just use your regular plugs and light switches like you did normally if you were running the whole house. So yeah, it's something we're gonna talk about. Got a lot of info that day, so I hope everybody's ready. But that's one of the things we're going to be working on. She's going to be working on making videos on preparing these recipes in the jars. I don't know about maybe cooking some of them. We might do a little bit of that. I'm not sure yet. But that'll also be video. We'll do long form video style. I cut it up into shorts at times too. But we want to try to touch on everything, get as much knowledge out there for you people as we can, because I know since we started, it's been a journey. It's been a journey of itself to just learn all the information you need to learn, and all the different places I had to go to find it. And some places, you don't ever know on YouTube if you're getting the correct information, because are they sponsored by a certain company, or are they, are they not? Because if they're sponsored, of course they're going to say something nice about it. One, they're getting free equipment. Two, they're being paid for it, and they're going to keep getting equipment and pay. We touched on that before, but I want to be able to touch on some things that you can do on a budget, and even if you look and it looks scary, and you're like, wow, what is this big box? Looks like a big panel of solar controllers and converters and all the bus bars and wiring, and it gets to be but you could probably set up a power bank, power battery bank in 20-30 minutes by yourself, just step by step, what I mean, with a little bit that you'll learn from us on Thursday. Hopefully I can give out enough information that it'll help people and not make it so scary. Because listen, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Are you just going to stand there?
Mom's calling me back.
Oh, okay. Got some problems there?
I can't say it on live.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you when we're done.
Oh, okay.
That's not my business to put out there.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious the way you look like. I can tell something's wrong. But all right, guys, I'm going to get off here anyway. We appreciate everybody being here. It's been a wonderful time. We will be back Thursday at 6 p.m. with some of your solar needs. Hopefully we can make you feel a little less scared about it and give you a little more knowledge, like Prepared said. But all right, guys, peace out.
Have a nice day.
All right, thanks a lot for stopping by. See you on Thursday.